Hello and welcome back to KDP A to Z, where I'm attempting to show you the tools that you're going to need to self-publish your own work on Amazon. Whether you want to make a passive income on the side or whether you're looking to self-publish your book that you've been writing for years and years, this is the channel that will guide you through every step of the process. So if you haven't seen any of my previous videos, do feel free to have a look through those. It'll show you how to get started if you start with the older videos first. But today I'm going to be talking about niche research. I'm going to be showing you a tool which is free to download and very easy to use, but if you don't know the figures and how to use it, it's going to be difficult for you to use. So I'm going to show you how to do it so that you know whether your book will sell before you even make your book. And this is a strategy that does actually work. Now, the reason that I know that this strategy works is because it's one that I use myself. And this is the results I have for June 2022 for just one of my books. Now, the royalties aren't particularly high, but they are consistent. And the beautiful thing about Amazon KDP is that once you have self-published your books, those royalties will carry on as long as the book keeps selling. So if you find a good niche and a good book example, then you potentially will have sales that are consistent and will keep bringing you income. And obviously, the more you publish, the more royalties you'll get. First of all, I'd like you to go onto your search engine and type in self-publishing titans. And the one that you want is this one, selfpublishingtitans.com. So let's click on that. Now, in our last video, the one about keywords and finding the best keywords for your book, we talked about the Amazon Keyword Suggestion Expander. So if you haven't already installed that, do install it now. These are completely free tools and you'll find them really useful. The one I want to talk to you about today in more detail is this one, Best Free KDP Research Tools. So click on Install Now. Now, I already have this tool, so if you don't have it already, it will come up with Install Now to Chrome. So just click on that blue box. And what will happen is it will come up here next to your search bar. Just make sure you've clicked on that and you've turned it on. I also want to make sure you've clicked on Amazon Search Expander as well and turned that one on. Okay. And then I want you to go along to Amazon. And let's just start typing in some keywords. And the additional Amazon suggestions will help you to niche down a little bit better. So let's just go on books for kids aged 4 to 8, and we're going to see what sort of results we get and how good a niche this actually is. So it takes a little while for this data to load, but we can already see that you've got around 2,000 results. So our results show, first of all, the overall score in this left-hand side here. So this is showing a score of 36, and that's showing you color-coded whether it's good or not. It's not bad. The lower numbers will score red because they're not worth bothering with. The best ones that you want will be sort of a green color, and they'll be around about 50. But 36 isn't too bad. But if we're looking at it in more detail, what we want to do is look at these results across the top here. So the total results that we've got with this keyword is 2,192. Now, we would like the number of search results to be anything between 250 and 3,000. Now, 3,000 sounds like a lot to compete with. So these are your potential competitors. And 3,000 does sound like a lot. But when you put in books for kids aged 4 to 8, it's not just books that will have used that keyword. So there'll be weird things on here like this is a horse box toy. It's not a competitor if someone's looking for a book. The next one you need to look at is bestseller rank. Now that shows whether it's doing well or not. The lower the bestseller rank, the better. So a bestseller rank of 1 would be the absolute bestseller. So we're looking for an average result of anything below 250,000. Now, if we want a really good one, somewhere between 100,000 and 150, and really decent would be less than 100,000, and that is what's showing on this niche. So this is a good result. Bestseller rank average 96,000. So that just shows these are good books to be making because they do sell. They are popular on Amazon. Now, the next thing that we want to take into account is how many reviews the books have got. And we would really like this average review to be lower than 2,000. Anything more than that, it shows that you've got quite a few books that have got loads of reviews on. And those are obviously going to rank higher than you on the page. If we're coming in with a brand new book with no reviews, it's going to be difficult for us to rank well against books that have got loads of reviews and they're already really popular. So unfortunately, if the average reviews is high, that's going to be a problem. So this is ruling this book out, for this niche out for me, because there's too much competition that's successful, and I'm not going to come up on the first page. And also take into account the average price that you're going to have. Anything below £6 as an average, I wouldn't touch it, because you're not going to make that much money on it. You make maybe 50 pence per book, which isn't really decent. The higher the price, the better. But as a rule, I always go with anything below £6 as an average price. Just don't go there. The one other thing that you want to take into account would be whether it's still relevant as a niche. So you want to be looking at whether it has been published recently on the first page. So here I can see we're in July 2022. There was one that was published back in May 2022. And so that is still showing up. This is still a very relevant niche. Now, I hope you're finding this video useful. If you are, please do feel free to subscribe to my channel, and that way you'll get notified every time I make new videos. I'm going to put up a page which you can just take a screenshot of what you want these results to be on your Self-Publishing Titans tool. Do have a play around with it. There's loads to do on here. I mean, you could type in literally anything. So if I was to type in extreme ... example, around the world. Let's have a little quick look at what that comes up with. So there's only 707 results, so that's showing it possibly might be a good niche, but it's not. The average score 24, bestseller rank being a little bit too high for what we want it to be. Again, the price isn't that great either on average. I mean, you can see that there's been a few that have been published that have got some reviews on it, but it's just not popular enough to be a good niche. So, like I said, have fun with it, have a little look at it. It's just great for finding good niches, and it really will give you an idea of whether something's going to be a good seller for you or not. Don't waste your time on making a book until you know it's going to sell. So feel free to take a screenshot of this page. Here I've created a nice little table for you. If you follow this guide, then you should be able to find a good niche for the next book that you create. I'm not guaranteeing any results. I'm not guaranteeing sales, but it definitely will help you. It has helped me in the past. So stick with the strategy. Even if your first book doesn't work, keep going. The more books you produce, the better the chances are of making some good sales. Thanks very much for watching. Bye.